This is a 60-minute guided hypnosis for emotional renewal. It's here to help you remember that your life is allowed to get better. Even if it hasn't felt like that in a while, even if you've been surviving on silence or holding on by threads no one could see. Let's begin slowly, gently, without pressure. You're here now, and that's enough to start. Let your body find a position that feels kind, lying down or seated, whatever allows you to be still without effort, without performance. Let comfort lead the way. If it feels right, close your eyes, or simply let your gaze soften, lowered, unfocused, gentle. Now take one breath in, deep enough to feel, gentle enough not to strain, and let it go. No need to hold anything right now. Not your breath, not your thoughts, not your tension. You don't have to relax all at once. You don't have to silence the noise. Just be here. That's enough. Let your shoulders drop slightly, just a little less guarded. Let your hands fall loosely, like they've been carrying too much for too long. Notice your breath, not to change it, but to remember it. Let each inhale remind you, I'm still here. Let each exhale whisper, and I'm allowed to rest. Let the thoughts in your mind drift by, like clouds you don't have to chase. They don't need fixing. They don't need answers. They just need space. You're not here to control anything. You're not here to solve yourself. You're just here to let a little more light in, even if it's faint, even if it flickers, even if it's been a while. Let this be enough. Sometimes it feels like nothing is changing, like the days repeat themselves quietly, heavily, endlessly, like no matter what you do, you end up in the same place, same thoughts, same fears, same ache in your chest. But feelings are not facts. And this moment, even this one, is not permanent. Even if your world has slowed, even if your heart has been quiet for a while, there is something in you that still hopes. It may be faint. It may be buried beneath routines, grief, or numbness, but it hasn't left. There's a part of you that still wants better, that still believes there could be softness ahead. Even if you don't feel it yet, it's still yours. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not stuck. Not forever. This pause is not the end. This stillness is not failure. This moment is not a sentence. It's just a chapter, a breath, a pause between pages. This moment is real, but it's not the end. Repeat that gently in your thoughts. Let it move like breath. Inhale. This moment is real. Exhale, but it's not the end. Let that line take root. Not as a command, but as a quiet kind of comfort. And if your heart needs time to believe this, that's okay. You don't have to rush your knowing. You don't have to force the hope. Let this truth move through you slowly, like breath, like soft light returning after too long in the dark. Some seasons are quieter. Some healing happens beneath the surface. But none of this means you are stuck. None of this means you are lost. You are still here, still breathing, still becoming. Even in this quiet, your story isn't finished. Healing isn't always loud. It doesn't always arrive in waves or breakthroughs. It doesn't always look like starting over. Sometimes healing is small. It's ordinary. It's silent. Sometimes it looks like drinking water, getting out of bed, turning off your phone, saying no when your voice trembles, letting yourself cry when no one else is watching. Sometimes healing is letting the world wait so you can breathe. And sometimes healing looks like listening to something like this, letting a new voice speak where doubt used to live. Letting yourself want something gentler, even if you're scared to trust it, even if you're not sure how to receive it. If all you did today was take one breath with intention, that is enough. If all you did today was make space for this quiet session, this small shift, that is progress. You don't need a checklist to prove your healing. You don't need a timeline to validate your becoming. Small things still matter. I still matter. Let those words land. Let them echo. Let them hold you gently. Small things still matter. I still matter. Say it again, not to believe it all at once. but to let it settle somewhere soft inside you. There's a difference between pressure and permission. Pressure says, change now or you failed. Permission whispers, you're allowed to want something softer. This space isn't asking you to fix your life. It's not demanding a breakthrough. It's not rushing your arrival. It's simply inviting you to remember that you're allowed to want better. You're allowed to want more, not because you're broken, not because you've done something wrong, not because your pain needs solving, but because you're alive, because something in you still hopes, still dreams, still aches for something more gentle than this. You're allowed to long for quiet mornings, for easier conversations, for deeper love, for breath that doesn't carry the weight of survival. You're allowed to want things to feel different, even if you don't know how yet, even if your life has taught you not to expect much. Hope doesn't mean you're ignoring reality. It doesn't mean you're naive. Hope just means you're still open. You're still here. You haven't given up on softness. Hope means you're holding space for a life that hasn't arrived yet, but could. A life that whispers, "I'll meet you there when you're ready." You don't have to prove anything to want more. You don't have to justify your desire for ease. Just let it exist. Let it breathe beside you. It's safe for my life to improve. Say it softly, not as a declaration, but as a gentle breath. It's safe for my life to improve. You don't need to believe it fully. You only need to stay open. You only need to leave the door unlocked so that something softer can find its way in. Say it again if you feel ready. It's safe for my life to improve. Let that become your rhythm. Let that become your resting place. And maybe, just maybe, that's where healing begins. Let these truths move through you, not as rules to follow, but as warmth returning to your body. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to feel joy again. You are not behind. You are not alone. You are allowed to believe in yourself, even just a little. Let those words stay with you. Breathe between them. Let them settle. Now feel them shift, like they're coming from your own voice. I am allowed to move forward at my own pace. I can let go of guilt without letting go of care. I am not broken. I am healing. I deserve to feel calm. I deserve to feel hope. Let each line become a thread woven quietly into your breath. And now, let the future soften in your hands. Let it arrive gently, one small promise at a time. Tomorrow, I will remember this quiet strength. I will take small steps and let them count. I will let joy return slowly. My life is allowed to get better. Let these truths live in you. Say it softly. Let them echo after the silence. Let them stay as part of you. Let's build a new belief, not to overwrite the old ones, not to erase the stories that got you here, but to give them company, to let something new sit beside them quietly. Visualize this with me. You're standing in a softly lit room. The walls are calm. The air is still. And along the edges, doors, so many doors. Each one leads somewhere unknown. Some open to change, some to stillness, some to versions of you that haven't arrived yet. You don't need to walk through any of them right now. You don't need to decide. You don't even need to be ready. You just need to know they exist. This is what hope feels like. Not certainty, not a 5-step plan, just the quiet realization that there's more than the looping thoughts, more than the tired patterns, more than the pain that told you this is all there would be. There is more. You have options. You have tomorrow. You have time. Even if you've missed chances before, even if you've waited longer than most, even if you've felt forgotten, there are still doors that haven't been opened, still paths that haven't closed, still light that hasn't left you. You don't have to figure it all out tonight. You just have to let the possibility return. There is more for me than what I've known. Say it slowly. Say it in your mind. Feel how it lands in your chest. Maybe uncertain, maybe fragile, but honest. Let it echo once, twice, until it starts to feel familiar. There is more for me than what I've known. And even if you don't walk through any of those doors today, you've already begun just by knowing they're there. Now, begin to notice your body again, not with urgency, not with demand, just awareness, like a light being turned on slowly. Feel your breath, how it rises, how it falls, how it's carried you through this entire journey without asking for applause. Notice the shape you're in, the position your body chose for rest, the way the air wraps around you, the quiet way the room holds you. And notice this: nothing asked you to perform, nothing expected you to be better first. This space didn't require answers. All it asked was that you show up, and you did. You are still here. You stayed. You listened. You softened. You made space for yourself in a world that rarely gives it freely. You made space for something better, not because you demanded it, but because you finally allowed it. And that matters more than you know. You didn't rush the process. You didn't force the light. You simply let yourself be. Even now, I'm already becoming. Say it softly. Let it echo into your chest. Even now, I'm already becoming whole, becoming softer, becoming free. Let those words settle in the part of you that needed to hear them the most. Even now, you are already becoming. If you want to rest, let the next 5 minutes become silence. Let the music hold what you felt. If you're ready to return, move slowly, breathe fully, and whisper to yourself, "My life is allowed to get better. My life is allowed to get better. My life is allowed to get better." And it is.